Hello, everyone. This is Linda K. Edwards with New Me, New You. We help to educate, enrich, empower, and inspire. We focus on all personal and business development. We help to give information, resources, referrals, spiritual enrichment. We do outreach and we facilitate in-person and virtual events. So tonight, we're going to talk about one of the most important things besides your mental health, physical health. Okay. So with me today, I have a friend. Her name is Amy. She'll be sharing some of her physical fitness journeys. And before we do all of that, I always start out with a prayer. So here it is. Father God, we thank you for this day that we've received. We thank you for everything that you give us, everything you do for us. And we ask that you guide us and direct us into wherever direction that we need to go. And we thank you again. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So
Amen.
here it is. Physical fitness, as we're talking about, is, of course, just as important as it is for your mental health. Okay. I have a few things that I wanted to read out. Physical fitness is important for overall health and wellness. It can help with cardiovascular health, which is regular exercise that can improve your heart health, lower blood pressure, and strengthen your heart muscle. It can also improve lung health, which can help with energy levels. So as you know, some of us, you know, as I know me, get, being well seasoned, you get out of breath easy, if you're not physically active, or you're not doing your walks, or, just moving about more. So here it is, mental health. Physical activity can help reduce feelings of anxiety and depression and improve your mood. It can also increase uh, dopamine and serotonin. I hope I'm saying it right, secretion, which are known as happy hormones. Weight management. Regular exercise can help you maintain a healthy weight. So, another thing is chronic disease protection. Okay, so physical activity can help reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancer. Sleep quality, which is very, very important. I know that I don't get enough sleep. I literally get up early and go to bed late. So it doesn't pan out. So it's really important that we get a good quality sleep. They say about 8 hours is really a good rest, for the body, for the brain. So regular exercise can help you fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and improve sleep duration. Okay, now we're talking about the bone and muscle health. Physical activity can strengthen your bones, muscles, and joints, and reduce your risk for osteoporosis. Okay, psoriasis, excuse me, a little bit with the tongue. Okay, pain relief. Physical activity can help improve joint pain and stiffness and reduce pain for adults with arthritis. So if you're always getting a little move on, no matter what it is, if you're picking up a can, in the kitchen, and you want to move it around, and just get a little bit of exercise, a little bit of stretch, because what happens is when you don't use your joints or you don't stretch, then you get stiffness, and you really can't be as mobile. Okay, so we have the cognitive function. So your physical activity can improve your memory, brain function, and it can keep you alert more. Self-esteem. Physical activity can help increase your confidence in your appearance and promote a sense of accomplishment. So there are so many different benefits to having physical fitness. And physical fitness also includes flexibility, power, coordination, agility, and balance. So with those things said, which one do you try to do daily? I'll ask you, Amy. From all those,
Um, I would say all of them.
yeah.
I try my best to. Just a brief history of my journey, I guess, with physical fitness. from high school, I want to say, to like my early 20s, always been an athlete, you know, all season, fall, winter, spring. I was either running track or cross country. So, I was a runner. Wasn't the fastest or definitely wasn't the slowest, but I was always, definitely into running. That was something that brought me joy. And, with the ups and downs in life, and especially when you get older and you're not, forced to go to practice anymore, or you're not on a team, physical fitness becomes something that's on you, something that you have to do, something you have to balance in your life on top of work, on top of having a social life, on top of all these other things. And, I think, again, with the ups and downs in life, physical fitness slowly started to not become a part of my life like it used to be. So, I'm in this point in my life now where I'm trying to get back there. I don't know if I will be at my prime like I was, in my early 20s. But, I'm really trying to get back there. And I realize, it's not something that I can just jump into. I think, a lot of times when we're trying to get back into shape, or just like, well, I'm going to run like 6 miles. And, I have to realize I'm not there yet. I don't even think I could if I tried. But, I'm starting to realize I have to start off small. And, it has been just walks, just starting off with a walk. And, whether it is for like 30 minutes or for an hour. And it's not only just, a time for me to relax that's out of the craziness of work every day. But, I'm also working out as well. And it's also just really like calming, like, just a time to just, not think, just to relax and, work out as well. And, it doesn't take too much work, and it's a good place to start, especially someone who's like myself, who's getting back into shape. Going to the gym could be intimidating for some people, but walking, you don't need any equipment. It's just you and your body, and you're just going for a stroll. So that's been kind of nice for me to be able to have that for myself. And it doesn't take too much. You just gotta go for it. And who knows, you may think you're going to start off with 30 minutes and you end up walking for an hour or so. You kind of get lost into it. So yeah, on my journey of getting back into shape, walking has definitely been something that I've enjoyed doing. I want to start getting back into the gym and lifting weights because, muscular strength is just as important as cardio.
Right.
Um, so, I'm again starting off slow. I'm not going to go in and start bench pressing 1,000 pounds or whatever. I know it's gonna, I'm not even sure how much strength I really have right now. But I'm learning to just start off slow. Like, I struggle with consistency, and I know I need to just show up every day. Even if I do a 30-minute workout and I came and I thought I was going to do an hour, I think just constantly showing up, even if, you don't do the projected time that you wanted, just showing up and, doing the best that you can. And also not being too hard on yourself. Cause like I said, I'm being a prior athlete. Sometimes you get disappointed and you're like, dang, like, how did I let myself go? Like, how did I let myself do this to myself? But especially when it comes to physical fitness, you have to give yourself some grace. And no, it's not going to be easy, but you just got to be consistent. You got to keep showing up for yourself. And I need to like make sure I continue to tell myself that, like, this is a physical fitness journey, but it's also, a self-love journey. You're doing self-care and things that are good for you. Um, so yeah, I'm just taking it one step at a time. We'll progress. Maybe one day I'll run a marathon, but for right now, it's walks around the block, and we'll take it from
That's
there.
a start. That's a start. It's all about starting from somewhere. Everybody thinks that there's a certain way to do things. It's really not. You have to be comfortable with what you do, right? So when you go out and you walk, like you said, you're not going to start doing a marathon. You're going to just take increments, the little steps at a time. Then those steps, those small steps turn into bigger steps. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're running. And then
Yeah.
things are going, smooth. So it's all about just taking small steps, but just remembering to do it because it's so important to keep the joints moving, to keep the body going, and just to get that good air in the lungs and strengthen your body. It doesn't mean that you have to be like a stick figure, or you got to be, like this big muscle guy or girl, but it's always good to just keep physically active. I think that we've lost over the years the sense of taking care of our bodies because we have now the computer age. Everybody wants to
Mhm.
be around the computer. Everybody, nobody likes to go outside like they used to.
Yeah. Netflix.
You used to jump rope. Yeah, we got the Netflix and the Hulu, and they're all great, but then that makes you forget, oh, you know what does outside look like anymore,
Yeah.
so now I wanted to say and to implement this, that we need to go back, even including myself. I am grateful that even though I complain about it, but going to work is a journey for me. That's like physical activity, because I'm literally walking from the parking lot to the air train, from the air train to, the literally down the hallway to the terminal. So it's like I'm really already doing exercise on the way to work and exercise coming from work, and then whatever extra that I do after that. So I am really physically getting to move these joints.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the weight loss journey, I go up and down over the years. So I am being mindful of what I eat. I figured that if I'm not going to like Burger King and McDonald's anymore, if I'm going to spend money outside, I would rather do it on a meal, a well spent meal, than to go and get a burger or to get a hot dog.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I try to like be a little bit more mindful of my body, make sure I put in some vegetables, make sure I'm putting in a protein or whatever I'm doing. And I'm doing pretty good with it. I haven't I don't think I've lost as much weight, but I've lost inches. And I feel
Mm.
the difference. Yeah, I feel the
So you
difference.
probably gained muscle.
Let's hope so. Because I have been feeling a lot different around the waist area,
Yeah.
and I also wear a support, um you know every day to work as well, so that helps
Yeah.
to help me come in a little bit, and probably drop a little few, because you're sweating all day underneath that. So
Mhm.
it's like I'm trying to take little necessary steps, but for everyone out there, you can do so many different things in physical activity more than you know. You don't even have to pay for a gym. You could literally, a friend of mine, she's a physical trainer, personal trainer, and she literally was in my kitchen one year, and she actually had me picking up cans and literally bench pressing these cans. And I thought it was very interesting. She said you could pick up anything in the house and use it as weights. And because anything that's going to give you resistance, that you can
Yeah.
use. It was very interesting. She gave me a whole workout in my kitchen. I was like, I was amazed. And it felt good. So what I'm saying to everyone out there is, it is very important that, anything could be used in the household. Anything, anywhere that you are, you could pick up a rock, a nice little rock, and has a little weight to it, and use it as like, weights, or, there's just so many different varieties of ways to be physically active, that nobody has to feel compelled to be like in a gym, or think that they have to go get a membership or whatever, because again, there's so many creative ways that you can, utilize your physical activity. You can go outside and, just walk around the block, or just simply, go to the track at a high school, because I live not too far from one. I could just walk like as much as you can. Don't when you start, don't think that you can just do everything all in one shot. You have to give yourself little increments at a time, so that this way you don't hurt your body, because it's not about hurting your body or stressing yourself out, but just making sure that you're moving your joints and things that God gave you. Shake what your mama gave you, basically, literally, you know, and then we'll be more healthier. We can breathe better. I found myself short-winded at one point when I was walking up the stairs. I said, "Are you kidding me? I'm over here blowing and huffing. What is this about?"
So
And basically because I wasn't doing enough going up and down the stairs. Now that I'm used to doing all this walking at work, when I get there, when I get to the terminal, when I'm it really strengthened me, even my legs, even though, I had a couple of injuries and whatever, I still have gotten strengthened in my legs, and I don't feel as tired anymore, than I was when I first started back working there. I'm like, holy cow, this has got to be torture when I first started, but now I'm like, oh, please, this is a journey. I got this.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So that's like anything that you do, you have to just know how much you can do. Don't let nobody tell you.
mhm.
You do what you can, your body can, you know what you feel like after you do one or two of whatever, and then you'll start one or two now, and then next week you start three more, and then
Yeah.
keep going and just add and add. And so basically, folks out there, I just want you to know, move more. Just move more in 2024. Okay. That's what I want. I want us to go out there and just move more, stretch, run, walk, movements, body movements, and, just make sure that you're mobile and you keep yourself, you know, good. Because we got to treat each other or treat yourself good. Right. And that's what it's
Mhm.
all about. But Amy, I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite physical thing that you like to do as far as in exercise?
Um, so besides walking, I do like to do strength training. Like when I used to go to the gym a lot, I used to think working on my arms was my favorite thing, but squatting, I kind of got into that and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fun. Like just weightlifting in general, because like you said, progression, like it's 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 honestly so interesting, like how you see your body progress. Maybe 1 week, or for 2 weeks straight, you've been squatting, 100 pounds. And then, that third week, you're like, like I could do like 12 reps of this, instead of the 8 that I've been doing. Like once you get that little like that joy that like, oh my gosh, I can lift more. Like, I don't know, it like starts this like fire and you feel so proud of yourself. And I don't know how to explain it. It has this, it's almost like an adrenaline rush. Like, oh my gosh, I can lift more. And then you can
Right.
even see your legs like getting stronger and muscular. Like that part I do enjoy about weightlifting. Like when you see that progression, that's what gets that hunger to like, want to consistently do more, because you want to see yourself get better and you want to see yourself get stronger. So yeah, I've always enjoyed that, like the weightlifting aspect. I've tried other things like yoga. I definitely do want to get into it more. I have a friend who's a yoga instructor, and it's just really good for stretching. Like that's one of the things that I definitely could be better at, especially after weightlifting, the stretching that you need to do. Like, sometimes after working out, you just want to, go home or do whatever, but that stretching aspect is so important, and yoga really does help with that. Like stretching your legs and, like that tightness that you were talking about.
Mhm.
Um and they all have all kinds of different yoga, like hot yoga, you get to really sweat, because yoga is no joke, man. Like I used to think it was just glorified stretching. It is a workout.
You said
Like,
glorified stretching? I like
yes,
it too.
I no, I used to think that's what yoga is. I'm like, you guys are not doing anything but just stretching, and making it look pretty. No, I
Okay.
did a
Oh,
yoga.
wow.
Oh my God, let me tell you, they're like downward facing dog, happy baby, or whatever it's called. And they're doing all these different poses, and it's like nonstop. Like you don't get a break with yoga. So
Wow.
that's where that workout comes out, because you are moving nonstop. It's almost like CrossFit, but like you're stretching your body. So yeah, definitely had some aches after a
What
yoga
about
sesh.
Zumba? Are you into Zumba? I've never tried Zumba before. It looks fun and interesting to me, but I don't think I mean, I've tried it like virtually. I have a friend that would do
Mhm.
it online, but I mean like physically go inside. I've never been a person to like be coordinated with everybody when they like do the steps. I'm like the last person that like they already did.
Yeah.
I do it right behind them. It's weird. I don't know. My coordination is like off, but no, serious, but the cycling and stuff like that, it looks so fun and interesting. You do the spin cycle or whatever it's called, spinning or
Yeah, I did that once at one of the gyms that I was going to. It's fun, but honestly, I'd rather just go for a bike ride. I'd rather just, yeah, I'd rather just bike ride.
Okay.
It is fun. Definitely is a workout too, but I'd rather just go for a bike ride. But it is fun.
You know
Um,
what's interesting? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
no, you're fine. No, I was saying with Zumba, yeah, I'm the same. I can't dance for nothing. They're going this way, I'm going that way. I can't like coordinate. Like, it's just not for me. I'm always one step like behind everyone.
Oh,
So
I know what you mean because I that's how I am. I used to always be afraid to join those things because I know they'll be ahead of me and I'll be like in the back looking cookie for Cocoa Puffs. But what I was gonna say is there's something that someone created that should have been out a while ago and probably was, but somebody really brought it back, is stretching. There's a place called Stretch Zone and Stretch Lab, which is located everywhere now. Everywhere you turn, there's a stretch lab and a stretch zone. And I happened to go to one for my birthday weekend, and
mm,
it was very interesting. So, what they do is they have you lay down on your back and they manipulate your body for you. They tell you what to do. So, they're holding your leg and they tell you, okay, push your leg out on me. You push your leg out. Then they stretch it as far as it can go. They ask you how you feel about it. If you're comfortable, then they try to stretch a little more. They say, okay, we're going to do it. But before they do the breathing technique. They tell you to go come in and then come out. And when you do that, can you believe they move the arm, the leg, whatever, and you could do a little bit more every time you breathe.
yeah.
There's more. There's more. I'm like, wow! I didn't know I could stretch like this anymore. I mean, after they were done, the lady, I had her cracking up because I was like, wow, I can actually put my leg all the way over there again. I thought I lost my mobility. I'm just
Yeah.
because the older you get, you feel like, hey, I don't walk the way I walk anymore. I don't run the way I run. But you know what? I'm here to tell you, I state facts that you can do anything and that don't let anything limit you to, thinking that you can't do it because you can. You can do all things that Christ strengthens you, right? So I say go out there and move and stretch and run and do whatever your body can take because it's good to keep healthy, keep strong, and
Mhm.
just do what you got to do.
Yeah. Mm, yeah, no, it's so true. And it's also, of course, exercising, we want to look good, have the
Sure.
snatched waist. Of course, that's definitely an added benefit, but just foundational, it's just to get yourself to move around, to be agile.
Right.
Maybe you have kids, you want to be able to play with your kids, whatever reason it is just to be able to function, like it's so funny you're talking about going up the stairs. I coming from Jersey where I drove everywhere and then coming to New York, like having to take the subway and walk everywhere, like, oh my God, that was such an eye opener. I'm like, dang girl, you are avoiding Times Square because you don't want to walk from one end of the subway to the other. Because Times
Right.
Square station, that subway is long. You
And
will be
those
walking through like,
stairs going up and down those
yes,
stairs. Holy cuckoo.
they have like 10 stairs. I'm like, dang, like I knew I was gonna be walking in New York, but this is next level. So yeah, it definitely was an eye opener for me. Like, girl, like you shouldn't be going to the escalator or the elevator. Like it's time to go up those stairs. So
Yeah. If
yeah,
you want to learn,
definitely is.
yeah, I'm sorry.
You said what?
No, I was going to say,
What?
if you want to learn to do some physical activity, go in the subway, honey. Go up and down those steps a few times. Go to Times Square and walk up and down.
Yeah,
Oh, please, you get your exercise on to the 15th power because,
literally, if you
you know,
get off the one and try to catch the A, you will be oh my gosh, just on the other side of the world.
right.
Yes, it's quite the workout. Yeah.
Right. And now for those of you that don't live in New York, then you can find wherever part that you live that is you think that would be a nice physical challenge for you to do. Even at home, we walk up and down stairs or, just by twisting back and forth, your waist with a broom, you have the broom behind your back or around your neck and you just move. That's good too. They say that's good for the waistline. So, there's so many, again, so many different things to do. And like you were mentioning for the children, because these days and times, the kids don't even want to go outside. They don't even play ball anymore. They don't even jump rope. They don't even do tug of war, any of that anymore. And so what I want to do in the next month or so, when everybody's out of school, I want to have like a field day for parents and for the children. Therefore,
Mm.
they're both doing it and everybody is out and about and doing what they got to do. I don't want them to forget life itself, but I think that going outside and letting the children know that there's more to just, the computer and their games and stuff, but it's the enjoying of the life outside, the air, the trees and just nature, the beauty that
Yeah.
it's provided for us. So, I mean, is there any other physical activity that you're planning to do besides what you're already doing? Like you said you're
Oh,
doing
actually,
strength training.
yeah, so during COVID, just for my mental health, and I at the time I was in school, and COVID was just one of those times everyone was indoors a lot. So I was like, I need and the gyms weren't really open. So I was like, I just need to get outside. So I always liked nature and being outside, but COVID definitely enhanced that. And so yeah, I got into hiking. Like I love nature and just exploring. So I used to go to a lot of like the parks and reservations up in North Jersey, and I did a lot of just like it's just being out in nature, and it's quiet out there, and it's just you see other fellow hikers, and again it's a workout, like you're climbing up mountains, and
Right.
um you know I don't know, it's so calming and relaxing, and then you're also working out at the same time, and then if you're an adventurous person, you get to explore. But yeah, I really got into hiking when I lived in Jersey, and then just recently, New York has a club for everything.
Mhm.
I joined a NYC hiking group. So they do hikes all up in upstate New York, and
Mhm.
it's a good way to meet new people, but then also you're working out, like hiking, you're going up those mountains. That's definitely gonna work out your legs and pretty
Listen,
much everything. But it's just a fun way, like you wouldn't think like, oh, I'm hiking, it's working out, but it is. Like you're enjoying the views, you're having a good time, but then you're also like working out your body. So
yeah,
the best type of workout is the one that doesn't feel like work. Like you're
literally,
enjoying,
right,
you know.
right.
So yeah, hiking is definitely something that I do enjoy doing.
That's nice. That is awesome. Now, unfortunately, this is one thing. Okay, it's a secret I got to tell everybody. I am not a really outdoorsy type of woman,
Oh,
but
really?
not really, no. I used to do it as a child, growing up, teenage years, but as I got into adulthood, I didn't enjoy it as much. I guess because of the mosquitoes and the bees. I'm not a bee.
Yeah.
Don't like bees. I don't like wasps, all that stuff. So I'm like sketchy when I'm out there. I'm looking around for bees and all that stuff. But I do enjoy outside to a certain extent. But like to camp and to go lay in the grass and roll around, no, it's not gonna happen. Not for me. But for those of you that do, that's wonderful. I commend you and more power to you. But for me, my physical activity would be more so I can do the park thing. I can go and, swing on the swings. I can, jog. I can run. I'll walk and do power walking and stuff like that. I enjoy that. Again, the camping thing. I'm not gonna say I would never do it again,
Girl,
but
I didn't say camping. I said hiking. Because I'm
oh
not doing
no,
no
well,
camping either.
well, camping, yes, but hiking, I meant to say, hiking,
Okay.
when I run
She's
into
like,
the
it's not for
guy and
me.
they start chasing me, then yeah. But other than that, it's
Yo,
good.
that would be a workout. Bees are chasing you,
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, sure.
bears, bears are chasing you. That's a workout,
You can keep
like
you can keep Yogi Bear just where he is.
you gonna get your sprint on that day. If the bear's chasing you, that's gonna be a good workout.
That would be my luck, right?
Yeah.
I'd be out of there. But you know, this is great for me, but this is even exercise. See, you're making me move a lot. But this is a great thing to do, and it's very important for us, you know, to keep ourselves healthy, strong, you know, be able to play with our children or nieces and nephews, and just to teach them to have physical, you know, to have it in their life, physical activity. So it's really an overall um benefit. There you go. It's an overall benefit for us. So it's very important for everyone to go out and get physical and do what they have to do. Do you remember the song back in the day? Let's get physical,
Yeah.
physical. I wanna get physical. Well, that's what I'm asking everybody to do, including myself, because you can't tell everybody to do something if you're not doing it. So I am doing it. I'm enjoying it. And I want you to enjoy it too. I want you to remember how important it is to do it and just be healthy and whole and happy, right? So if there's anything that you want to tell anybody out there, I want you to give words of wisdom to someone. Amy, what would it be in regards to physical fitness?
Um, yeah, I think it would be definitely going back to what I was saying in the beginning. Don't try to do it all at once. Like habits happen over time. And if you try to, you know, like I said, run this marathon just straight out of, you know, you can't go from couch to marathon. It's a slow journey.
Right,
So you can't couch potato and think you're gonna run a marathon. So
right,
like I said, you gotta start off slow and go from couch to walk,
right,
and then from walk to jog, and then jog to run, and take it day by day. You know, you can set small goals and then eventually aim bigger, but in the journey you got to give yourself grace, man. I'm telling you, when it comes to fitness, especially if you are trying to lose rather than maintain, a lot of times you want to see results like bam, like right, 20 pounds I want to lose in, you know, a month, but you got to be
right,
realistic. You got to be realistic. You know, what do they say? Set smart goals. You
right.
know, make sure that you're doing you know, in a realistic time frame, giving yourself grace. You know, the scale is kind of funny, it goes up and down sometimes, but you got to know if you're being consistent, you know, eventually you will see results. So yeah, just giving yourself grace, and you know, understanding that progress is you know, not linear. You know, you may have some bumps and hurdles, but eventually you will get there. You just got to be consistent.
Yes, I agree. I piggyback off of you. It is very, very important to do it in increments, in small paces. You know, I'm not saying don't do it at all because that'll say, oh, that's okay. Then that means I don't have to do it. No,
Yeah.
but at your own pace, basically. And
Yeah.
what are we doing this weekend? We are walking this weekend, Amy.
Yeah,
We
we
are walking.
are.
We're going to be walking for the mental health NAMI walk. So anybody that is listening, if you are interested, you can go to NAMI.com. That's the National Alliance of Mental Illness. You can check their website out. They are having a walk here in New York City, at the Seaport, the what is it?
Seaport.
Seaport. Yeah, there you go. I did say it right. So South Street Seaport, excuse me. I get a little tongue-tied sometimes, but anywho, so that's where we're going on Sunday, to walk against, you know, for mental health and also for our physical fitness. So we're doing both, two causes in one.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I want to thank Amy for coming on with me today. I'm so grateful to have you here. And if there's anything else you want to say before we end.
No, just thank you for having me. This was actually really fun. I definitely learned a lot, especially in the opening about, you know, just physical fitness and why it's important. And honestly was a reminder to me. You know, I think a lot of times it's easy to talk about it, but you know, obviously you gotta get out there and do it. But it definitely was a reminder of, you know, why, you know, we really should be fit, and you know, to prevent these heart diseases and all these other different things. So yeah, thank you for having me. It was nice to talk about my own journey, and you know, hopefully, you know, that can help somebody else who may be in the same situation. So
this is why I do these platforms, because I want it to be comfortable, but also for it to be a learning experience for all of us. It is not directed in a certain way, you know, it's not aimed at just one person, it's for everyone. It's a safe platform. It's like I said, to educate, to enrich, to empower, and also to inspire. And that's something that we need to do more of each day, because the world is just in such a crazy place, you know, so we need to do these things more often for each other, to talk about different topics and issues and whatever else that we can discuss. So thank you so much, guys, out there, for you know, watching. And Amy, again, for coming on. I'm so grateful for you to share your story and your journey with us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So see you soon, guys.